Everywhere I go, I hear the same thing, that the medical model we've been operating under for the last several decades is all but dead, giving way to what is called energy healing. The field of energy healing is an expansive one, but each modality has one thing in common. They work with the natural healing energies already built into the human body and brain via the mind-body quantum connection. Leslie Feinberg, who is one of the great pioneers in this field, has evolved from chiropractic and kinesiology into an extremely efficient and direct means of getting a body to agree to and thus jumpstart the healing process. His healing modality is known as NMT, the Feinberg technique.
I had a patient who came into my office about 3 years ago with severe low back pain. She was a woman of 62. As I examined her, we often go through a physical examination as well as our NMT evaluation. What we found was that her range of motion was severely limited. If she tried to extend to arch her back in a standing position, she'd immediately have severe pain in the back, but she'd also have radiating electrical pains that would go down her legs. She could bend to within about 12, 16 inches of the floor. And she said, you know, it had been this way for about 15 years. She wasn't even able to play with her grandchildren, and it was quite a limiting situation. She'd been to a lot of medical doctors, and she'd been evaluated pretty thoroughly, and there was no surgical situation. There was no clear pathology, no herniated disc. So we applied the neuromodulation technique, the sensory motor pathway, and by the time we finished about a 20-minute session, literally all of her pain was gone.
Amazing.
We explained to her that the changes that happened with her weren't physical changes. These were changes that happened at an informational level in her nervous system. We also explained that because she had a 15-year history of severe low back pain, that it was likely that she would see some of there would be a tendency to revert to this familiar pattern of pain. So it was interesting, her next appointment was to be a week later, and she had called and canceled, so I thought, you know, if she'd been hurting for 15 years, I should give her a call and make sure she understands what's going on. So we had a conversation, she decided to come back. So we did 2 more sessions, and from that point on, she was completely pain-free. I think it was about a year and a half later, she came in again, had some small incident occur and a little bit of pain, and we treated her once and released her. So it was really quite a wonderful response, and I understand she's playing very actively with her grandkids.
Very happily with her grandkids. That's impressive. This is a truly profound method of healing. To watch the full interview, go to ConsciousMediaNetwork.com.